Hello Libras, welcome to your mid-January 2017 tarot reading. So you've got a really interesting spread. Very good cards, but there are some things here that you want to be a little bit mindful about. So the first thing I want to start off with is your career. I feel like a lot of you are in a very good emotional space when it comes to your current job that you're in. I feel like you're no longer going to have to worry about, people looking over your shoulders, micromanaging you. I feel like you're at a point where things are, you're in the flow of things. So you're able to dictate your own hours. You are getting, all the technical details. So work is flowing in a very natural, in a very stable, in a very harmonious way. So it looks really good. Income, earning capabilities are also stabilizing itself, and overall I don't feel like a busy energy where you're like grappling with multiple projects at once. I feel like you're doing things at a more leisure pace, mainly because things are just not that busy on the work environment, but additionally I just feel that you have a lot more control over what you choose to do and the projects that you can turn down. So things are looking very good and stable and just harmonious overall in the work environment. There isn't strife. I feel that uh, so that's for some of you who have been dealing with either dealing with a lot of things, absorbing a lot of technical details in the work environment. I feel like things are settling down. You know what you're supposed to do, and you're kind of like in the zone at work. And then for others of you, and this is something I want you to be careful about, because there's always a flip side to that to certain aspects when they show up in the spread. For others of you who might not have been on top of things like you were supposed to, so that means committing time theft. So that means pretty much like not doing your work when you're supposed to be at work, or not doing your fair share of the work that is expected of you. I feel that you want to be a little bit careful, because there is a supervisor or there is somebody that is looking on, and they are counting, like they're writing things down, they're documenting things. So that's something you want to be really careful about. I want to say, like, if this is a problem that happened in September last year, 2016, it's going to come in again. Okay, it's going to happen again, and it's specifically deals with time theft. That means doing something at work, like taking, personal calls and things like that on the work environment that you're not supposed to. So if it happened last September, I feel that it's going to happen again. So be very careful about not getting caught and not having, a reprimand from a supervisor, okay? And then on the other hand, we have the love situation. It looks really good as well. You have here the Fool, which means you're starting over, and you have the Ace of Cups, which basically means somebody is coming through and they're making a gesture of love, a declaration of love or something for you. But I feel that you're turning away from this offer and you're going back to somebody from the past. If you are dealing with a water sign, so this is a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you want to be just a little bit careful that you're not fooled this time around, okay? So I feel like this is somebody that might have been in your past. They might have, you might have left them behind. They're coming back into the picture. You might have started dating somebody new. You're not completely serious, but you have options. But they're saying, rather than going ahead into the future and exploring these other options that are made available to you, I feel like you're going back to the person from the past. And the person from the past, they're kind of insincere. That's what I'm feeling here. I feel like they might have given you the runaround. You might have asked them a lot of questions in the past, and I feel like they were very evasive. Like they didn't give you the whole story, and they were really good at turning a situation around and like deflecting your questions. So that's something you want. If that sounds familiar, be careful with this person. They are manipulating the situation, and you want to be very careful, okay? Because I feel like I feel like we always have our reasons for really trusting somebody and believing somebody. But if this seems like a cyclical pattern, if it has happened before, and you're still going back to it. It just doesn't make sense. And I feel like you need to, you need some straight answers from this person, and they're not giving that to you. So I don't understand why you would go back to it. So, just keep your wits about you when it comes to this love situation, okay? Explore new options is what they're saying. The past is laid to rest for a reason. There's no need to go back to it, because I feel like you were being fed, you were given the runaround, you were being fed some insincerity, like half truths in the past. So just explore new options. Those are made available to you. It looks very good, and the new people won't be like the old. So it's best for you to move forward, okay? Others of you, I feel like there has been a little bit of anger and resentment with somebody from the past. And I feel like this person knows how to push your buttons. And this person is trying to, like, I feel like the way they communicate is very, very indirect. It's like, it's almost like they know how to push your buttons. They send you like a weird text message just to keep that channel of communication flowing between the two of you. And then I feel like you fall into it, and then you engage in a verbal, debate with them. And that's exactly what they want. They want to get a rise out of you. They want to, you to respond with strong feelings towards them. And then I feel like it's just, a very, it's just this circular pattern that I feel happening with this person from the past. So don't give it any more attention. Just move on with your life, okay? We are ending up here with the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is sadness, regrets. So I feel that if you're going back to a situation from the past, that's what it's leading to. So explore the new options that you have rather than succumbing to this old pattern from the past, okay? On the work front and on the career front too, be very, very careful. Do what you're supposed to do, and make sure that I just keep seeing time theft. I feel like somebody is taking personal phone calls when they're supposed to be at work, or they're like, taking like a very, very long break when they're supposed to be clocked in. So I feel things like that happening, and I don't know if it's somebody that you're dealing with in your work environment or if this energy is coming from you, but I feel like somebody's going to get reprimanded. So just be very, very careful. And if this sounds familiar, mitigate the effects, because with the Five of Cups, it deals with a situation where somebody is very, very angry. There will be angry words thrown about, and I feel that you're dealing with the kind of like shame, disappointment, and things like that. Okay, so don't. It doesn't have to happen for the next 2 weeks. Just try to mitigate the effects of this by being where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be. And the past situation, if you're dealing with that specifically, going back to it is going to give you this empty-handed type of a victory. So just be careful here, okay? So you have some very, very good cards, but I feel like you're not looking in the right direction. So I just want you to redirect your attention into, to really grab the opportunities and the blessings that are made available to you in your environment, okay? So I will be back in February. Take care of yourselves.